Good. Sorry, I'm all off because of the dogs. All right, so sitting as you are, hands at your heart, and we're going to open this practice with 3 ohms. Inhale. Releasing your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, you're going to stay sitting. Just take your arms out, straight out to the side. And if you have somebody there, you can even wrap your arms around each other, or you're holding your hands by each other, depending on how long they are. Otherwise, you're just embracing yourself. It's all beautiful and lovely. We inhale. As you exhale, take one hand down and lift the other one up. And if you're holding your partner here, you're going to just kind of adjust. You're not really holding hands. Oh, you can't really see us, but not really holding hands. I'm just resting my hand on his upper arm. You can look up if that feels good. Take one more breath. And then we'll reverse. And I'm just going to change the angle of the camera. So just lift your other side up, put the other arm down, and take it over to the side, just opening your side body, breathing. If you're still against the wall, you're using the wall. You just trace your arm. The arm that's up in the air is maybe resting or pressing into the wall. Good. And then let's just do that one more time each side. So just shift over, stretch yourself, open. Good. And switching. Good. And then we'll come back up and just sit for a moment. Let your hands rest. If you're sitting cross-legged, change the cross of your legs. And we'll take a forward fold again. So you're going to keep your sacrum and your tush touching the wall or connected to your partner. And we'll inhale and exhale. Just take your hands forward, release yourself, come into whatever shape works. Make your hands as wide as they need to be. Drop your head, and then just feel that low back area, the sacrum, is pressing back. Your heart is pressing back. So you're almost rounding back or rounding into your partner. Let the head drop a little more, jaw a little more. And let's just take a little bit of neck. We'll just take advantage of this shape. So staying with your head dropping, just turn your head towards your right shoulder. And then as you exhale, trace that little half moon down and over to the left shoulder. And just moving your head side to side, moving with your breath. Keep your jaw relaxed. We don't take any extra tension. Good. And then let your head hang. Let's just take 2 more breaths here. Just breathing into this version of cat pose. Good. And then walking yourself back upright. And let's just be here for a moment. You can turn your palms up. Good. Okay. All right. Great. So just give your partner a little love pat and they can go to their mat and we'll continue this. Yes, give yourself a love pat. Yes. And great. Okay. So I'm gonna have 2 blocks for this practice and your strap, which we're gonna use. And let's see, well, I am set up by the wall. So I don't know. I feel like we're gonna start off with Supta Pada Gustasana, and that's the one leg lifted. And there is a nice version we did a couple classes ago against the wall. So I'm just saying all of that as I'm hoping you're moving towards a wall space. And then once you're close to your wall, we'll start by taking the legs up the wall. And I'm not looking to be right against the wall. I want to have a nice angle for my legs. So the heels can rest comfortably at the wall. And you feel your whole back on the floor. So the tailbone's not lifting when you take the legs up. So you find that place where you can be comfortable. You feel the whole length of your back on the floor. The heels are at the wall. If you want to put socks on, you know, it's minus 35 or something out, then that's fine, do that. And then just take a few moments. We'll just rest in here. If you need to bend your knees and place your soles of your feet at the wall. And once you're in it, if it feels too early in the practice to have the legs up the wall, then just set your feet on the floor. Okay, all good. All I want you to really feel right now is the whole length of your back, your head nicely supported, wherever you put your arms, feel that. Okay, bring your hands together at your heart, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, take the arms up and over your head. And you know, you can make this as dynamic as you like, as soft as you like. We're just using the arms extended to bring that breath all the way up the torso. Breathe into the side ribs, which we've kind of opened a little bit with our side bend. Good. Okay, let's just take 2 more breaths like this. So fill yourself up, feel the breath release, the body release. One more. Okay, I'm just gonna let the hands come apart. I'm gonna keep the arms over my head, and if that's not good for you, you find a good place. Okay, if your feet are on the floor or legs are bent, you're now gonna take your legs straight up the wall. And we're gonna flex into the feet as much as you can. So you have the heel at the wall, the feet are flexing, maybe the big toes might even be touching. Good. And then soften, like smile, breathe, flex your feet. Good. Okay, after a few breaths and the legs start to open, you might be able to walk your heels up the wall. Just kind of take them for a little walk as if the feet are still flexed. If we can get a little longer, and then I'll just rest again, feet flex them a little more, smile a little more, soften behind your heart, and now let the feet just flop. Okay, do whatever they need to do to rest. So if you need to bend your knees or put your feet on the floor, do that. Let's bring the arms down by your sides and just let that come back. You know, we take the arms over the head, lots of things happen, but the heart has to pump a little bit more too to send everything up. So here, just resting. Okay, bring your hands together at your heart. Opposite, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, take them up and over your head. Breathe here. Good. Okay, use your inhale to really fill yourself, to open your heart space. Your hridaya is the word in Sanskrit for the heart. And it's really about like the sacred heart center, not really about your beating heart, the physical heart. It's about the space around it, space there, the center of your being. Good. Okay, you can soften your arms. I'm going to keep my hands over the head, but obviously if that's not good. Now we're going to point the feet. And you might have your toes right to the wall. That might happen for you, and it might not. And you might have to bend your knees a little bit or keep the legs straight. There's effort, you're working it. I'm trying to get the pads of the toes to the wall, the heels pressing to the wall. Okay, you might start to get a foot cramp. Okay, so smile. If you need to release, release. Otherwise, be here. Notice when you point the feet, if something changes in the back. Maybe you're gripping somewhere, you're pressing the low back more to the floor, and maybe you can just soften through the sacrum, the whole length of your back. Keep that flat, that pointing action in your feet. Smile and breathe like you love it. Okay, a few more moments here. Good. Okay, release your feet, your legs, whatever you need to do. Arms down by your sides. Just breathe. Good. Okay. Great. Let's just keep the feet wherever they are. You're going to have the heels at the wall, not really pointing, not flexing. You don't have to work so hard. Bring the right knee into your chest. Hug it in. And we're just going to bring that knee in. I'm going to push the left heel into the wall. The tail's going to lift. There's my low cat. And then I release that. Let the right knee move away without releasing your hands. So the arms go straight. Maybe you get a little arch in your back. Inhale, hug in. Push the left heel into the wall. Release. Let's do that a few times. You want to close your eyes. You can do that. Good. Okay, and then just rest into whatever this is. Keep the right knee where it is. You can let the left leg do what it needs to do to relax. Drop your jaw. One more breath. Okay, we're going to release right leg back to the wall. You need to move your feet. You move them in and out. That's going to open or release that inner hip crease. And then we'll bring the left knee into your chest, opposite, interlace the fingers. And then we'll just do that version of cat-cow. As you inhale, push the right heel into the wall, the tail lifts. And as you exhale, release, let that left shin push away. And then bring it in and out. So I am working this as I push the left knee away. I'm working that a little bit. I'm pushing it away, and my hands are holding. And I'm just feeling this cat-cow action in the lower part of your body. And we'll just do one more. And then as you come out of this, just release into this shape. Keep holding that left shin. You can let the right leg do what it needs. And then we'll release, take that leg up the wall. Hands can be wherever you like, body, thighs, out to the side. You move your feet in and out if you need a little hip crease release. Okay, now you're gonna find your strap. And we'll place the center of the strap over the balls of the right foot. We'll take that foot back to the wall. So the heels are at the wall, and you can adjust your strap. Okay, so you're holding onto the two ends of the strap. Your heels are at the wall. Now I'm going to just point that right foot so that it's, oh, I lost my strap. That might happen. I'm going to point the right foot, take it to the wall. Okay, now the strap, I guess my strap's going to fall down, and I'm just going to be fine with that. I'm going to flex the left foot, point the right, breathe. And then we're going to point the left foot and flex the right. And now as I flex it, maybe I'll be able to bring the strap back up to the balls of the feet. Okay, I'm just going to be here. Pull the strap gently towards you just to aid with the flexion. So see if your shoulders are lifting, maybe they can come back down because you can let your hands slide down the strap. And just pull, keep the heel at the wall, keep the left foot pointed so the balls of the feet are the pads of the toes are at the wall. Good, okay. One more breath. And then we'll release the left foot. You can let it just be as it needs to. Keep the left heel at the wall, and we're going to take this right leg away from the wall as if this right leg is aiming towards your right shoulder. You can walk your hands up the strap. Strap is over the balls of the feet. And you're just going to breathe. And it might not go that far. You know, wherever it goes, you're going to keep the leg as straight as you can. And as if you can bring it to your right shoulder, it's just aiming there. So it might just move a little bit away from the wall. You might get a little more. Okay. Take your right heel, turn it out just a little bit. Flex the foot, pull, breathe, smile. Even open up the back of that right knee a little bit. So I do that by pressing the thigh back and then just opening. You know, the more you lift that heel, you open the back of the knee. I'm going to give you one more little thing to play with here. So it's a lot already, but put your mind into the middle of your right heel and draw energy down through the back of the leg into the right hip. So as if maybe there's an elephant sitting on your foot. Okay, one more breath. Both ends of the strap into the left hand. Right hand can go onto the thigh, hip crease, out to the side. Okay, firm the left heel into the wall, flex the right foot, take the right foot over to the left, just a little bit, just enough so you feel some discomfort that you can be like, oh, hello, you. Okay, one more breath. Good, bring the leg back. Okay, let's switch hands. And we'll take the left hand out to the side or onto the left thigh. Inhale. Press your heart space to the floor and open this right leg out to the right. It doesn't need to go all the way to the floor. It might get your left elbow to the floor. Okay, now I'm really going to flex into the left leg. Press the left heel into the wall. And then start to lift the right heel up, toes down. Breathe. Good. Okay. Bring the leg back up. Hold the strap, one in each hand. Just pause here. Put that elephant back on your foot. Okay. Release strap. Release leg to the wall. Come to rest. And I'm going to keep my legs up the wall. I'm just going to let them flop out. If you need to bend your knees and put your feet on the floor or whatever you need to do, do that. If you need a break and you want to hug your knees in for a few moments, that's fine too. Okay. Good. Okay, and then we'll just bring the heels back to the wall. Bring your left leg in, take the strap, and bring that leg to the wall. And then once it's to the wall, I'm going to point that left foot, flex the right foot. And I'm holding onto the strap. Just really pointing that foot. So if you have the pads of the toes at the wall, the balls of the feet are going to move away from the wall. So you might just feel just your heel and the pads of the toes. Whatever you've got there, I am getting a foot cramp, and I'm just going to smile through it. Okay, now we're going to flex that foot, and I'll just slide the strap or just shine it to the balls of the feet. Flex the left foot and point your right foot. And use your hands to add a little bit of extra flexion. So without letting the heel come away from the wall. And notice if your low back is pressing into the floor. You might need to keep that. But if you can slowly release that, bring the whole length of your torso to the floor. Breathe. And okay, and then we'll start to take this leg away from the wall. Again, it's going to aim towards the left shoulder, but it might go anywhere near that. You try and keep the whole length of your torso on the floor. So if that leg needs to move closer to the wall, do that. Use your hands to pull and increase the flexion a little bit, and then turn the left heel towards the left slightly. Okay, your right leg can be relaxed for a moment. And now I'm going to really anchor that right heel to the wall and just feel what that does. Okay, we're going to add the elephant onto the left foot. So pulling down energy from the center of the heel, down the back seam of the leg, all the way to the center of that hip. Right heel is active. Okay, both ends of the strap into the right hand, left hand out to the side or on your left thigh. Activate your feet in some way, feel the length of the body, and now take this left leg across the right, just enough without lifting the left hip. Just that place that's like, ugh, there's some stuff. You just smile, breathe. If you don't feel anything, well, I could say, how lucky are you? But maybe you need to cross a little more or turn your heel, explore. Again, bring the leg back up, switch hands, right hand to the thigh or out to the side, and we'll take this left leg out. And as I take it out, I'm going to keep this right heel really active. Flex through the foot. Good. Breathe. Okay, use the right leg in some way. The right heel at the wall is going to assist the pose. Good. And then come all the way back up. Find elephant on foot pose for a few moments. Good. Okay, and then release strap. Release your foot to the wall. Move your feet around a little bit. Okay, set your strap aside. Now feel your heels at the wall. Take your arms down by your side, maybe a little bit away from the body, palms down. Anchor your upper arms, your shoulders. Take your belly in, your heart in. Flex your feet, and now start to push, without bending the knees, push the heels into the wall. Feel the hips lift. Maybe they come up and you can get the soles of the feet to the wall. Then you're in this like little version of like a supported bridge pose. Good. Okay. Lower your hips, your back to the wall. Let the feet do what they want. I'm just going to rest here for 2 breaths. If you want to put your feet down or hug your knees in. Okay, so nice. We do it 2 more times. So you take your arms down, spread your fingers, plant your shoulders, your upper arms. Okay, if you have to move yourself closer, further away. Smile, so you're not too attached, okay? Inhale. Now as you exhale, press first before you lift. Push the heart space, the belly to the floor, the arms to the floor. Now push the heels. Start to lift your hips. Soles of the feet to the wall. Maybe you push in, you'll lift up. The upper back might even lift. Breathe. Okay, now I'm pushing my feet into the wall through the whole body. Okay, lower down. Palms can turn up. You can bend your knees or just rest. Okay, I'm going to do it a 3rd time. This time I'm going to take my arms up and over my head. Yogi's choice though, you keep them down. It's all fine. Be playful. So feel the inhale. The exhale, press yourself to the floor. Now push the feet, start to lift, wherever it goes. Breathe, extend, push the feet into the wall, and lower yourself all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest, hug them in and out. Good. Okay, we're going to start to rock and roll. I'm going to take whatever prop I have out from behind my head. Flat out, knees in. Start to just rock and roll yourself gently, front to back a few times. We're going to do this, maybe 5 times. If you're done, you're done. Okay, I'll come to sit for a moment, just like this. Okay, I'm going to do that again. This time I'm going to take the legs over the head. So you can watch me first if you like. I'll use my hands down, same thing we did. With the hands, so I roll on my back, I push the hands down, take the legs over, come back, maybe sit. We'll just do that a few times. Okay, your feet don't have to touch the floor over your head, but if they do, that's cool. And if you want to hang out there for a moment or two with the legs over your head, then you can do that. And otherwise, we'll come back. And once you come up to sitting, let's just take a moment, just sit. Just feel all of that. Good. Okay. Take your hands behind your back, set your feet on the floor. Good. All right, let's start with just the windshield wiper, just rocking the knees side to side. We're going to open the belly. So from here, even number, and then put your feet on the floor. Find a comfortable position so you can lift your hips, because that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start by opening the shoulders. Feel my hands on the floor. Inhale and lift yourself up. Okay, and if you're good here to rock front to back, that's just the shoulder flossing, but just the lifting is good work. Good. Okay, and then lower your tush to the floor. Stay like this with your hands behind your back. Drop your right leg out. So you have the left leg up, right leg out. Okay, take your left hand, turn it away from you. So the fingers are pointing out. Reach your right arm up. Okay, and now catch hold of this left knee and turn to the left. Good. I'm going to take the left hand. I'm going to walk it over to the right side a little bit. Turn. Nice and open. Good. Okay, release. Come back. Bring the soles of the feet together for a moment. Arch your back. And then you can kind of round in. Right foot to the floor. So I have my feet are together. Whatever works. Take the right hand behind you. Fingers point out. Left arm comes up. Grab hold of this right knee. And then just turn away. And once you've turned, if you want to take your right hand, walk it more to the left. You lean back a little bit. Breathe. Good. Release. Come back to Baddha Konasana. If this works, or cross-legged, I'm just going to bounce my knees a little bit, like 80s aerobics. Good. And then take a nice big breath. Good. Breathe out. Okay, lean to the right, lift the left leg up. Now you take your left arm underneath the left leg, catch hold of your right ankle and bring that through. Okay, so now I'm here. I just have the left foot in front of the right shin. If you need to sit on something, you're going to put that in. Otherwise, we're going to twist to the left. So the left hand stays on the floor. I turn it out. Take the right arm. Maybe you hold on to the knee. Maybe you go wrap. Maybe you go on the outside. But I'll start this way. Lean back. Twist. Pull that left knee into center. Walk your left hand behind you more or to the right. And then go deeper here with the right arm. So maybe you hug the front of that knee or you take the arm to the outside. Twist and turn. You could also, if you have the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, you might bring the right forearm parallel to the floor. Breathe. Good. Okay, release. Come back. Soles of the feet together. And bounce, lift, breathe. Good. Okay, second side. Right leg lifts. Take your right arm behind, thread it, catch hold, sneak it through. Okay, and then pause. So you sit and you feel, okay, do I need to, am I good? Do I need to move this away? Closer, you kind of find your place. Right hand's gonna turn, left hand comes to the knee. And then lean back, twist, and then go wherever you like with your arm. You know, no awards, no prizes. You're just making things more twisty and more constricted. So wherever you go, breathe. Good. Release. Come back, soles of the feet. Breathe. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Lean over to the right. Lift the left leg up. Take your left arm. Catch hold of your right ankle. This time you might even take that right heel to the outside of your left hip, and then you'll cross the left leg over. Okay, and you go wherever. If you need to just stay where we were, that's fine. This is definitely a lot more crunchy. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to try and keep the sole of the foot and the big toe on the floor, whatever happens. Right hand to the knee, left hand behind. Inhale, lean back, twist, and then wrap the arm over the knee or behind, in front of it, whatever works. Breathe, feel the knee or wherever you have, the connection of the arm and the leg. Breathe into this constriction. Smile. Even see what happens if you take your heart back a little bit. Can you move back in the body? And inhale and exhale and release. And this time from this release, I'm just going to drop this knee out. I can just take this leg out. If that's no good, just go to cross-legged or go to soles of the feet together. Okay, I'm going to breathe here. You can sit on something. Okay, a little forward fold, no matter what you are doing here. Okay, if you have knee over knee, you can tuck back into that cat pose, forehead to the knee. Okay, it's just more constriction. Otherwise, imagine your forehead will one day rest on your knee. How glorious. Although once you're there, it doesn't matter. So you be where you are, breathe. Okay, slowly bring yourself up to sitting. I'm going to release from this into like a wide-legged Las Vegas showgirls. Take your hands behind you. Open your legs. Move your feet around. Oh, let's see, can we take one arm out in between your legs like you're waving, maybe the other one. Lift yourself, flex your feet, smile, smile, smile. Okay, and then I'm going to bring the legs back to Baddha Konasana. Come to sit. Okay, second side. So I lean to the left. Take the right arm behind and underneath your right leg. Grab hold, left ankle, and maybe the left heel comes to the outside of the right hip. Right leg comes across. And you find your place. Use your props. Sit on something. Uncross, unfurl if you need to. Good. Right hand behind. Left hand comes over. Then you exhale, lean back, twist, find your crunchy. How can you make it so crunchy? But, it's crunchy, but you can make space inside. And fill and seal and heal. And you move your heart back in your body. Good. Okay, release. We'll just come to face front. I'm just gonna walk the feet out or find this like shape, whatever it is for you. And once you're ready, you'll take it into that version of forward fold that your body is inviting you into today. And we say like, if you think about, imagine your forehead on your knee one day. Even if you have your forehead on your knee, go for a walk, you slip, things happen, you carry the groceries in, you get off the couch the wrong way. It's generally like these normal everyday things that things happen. And all of a sudden you're 10 steps back, right? And so there's no guarantee. So when I say honor where you're at today at this moment, honor where you're at today at this moment. Fill yourself up with great self-love. Good. And then slowly walk yourself upright. Again, I'm going to take that wide-legged. Just open them up. Maybe I'll take the other arm through. See what happens if I really flex the feet. I lift the belly. So I'm balancing on the sacrum. Take the arms out. Maybe I can even hold my legs. You're going to fall. Heart just fell. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And then soles of the feet together. Come back. Breathe. You're going to take your hands and massage your feet. Let's give ourselves a little self-love interlude. And, you know, for me, the feet are the perfect place to start. It is the gateway to the heart, the gateway to the soles of your feet. Now take those hands and just massage the inseam of your legs. Great love, devotion, presence. Good. Okay, sweet. Well, let's take a little forward fold here before we leave this place. So feel free to move your feet away from you or in closer. If you want to go for Karmasana, turtle pose, go ahead. Otherwise, just take it into your version of forward fold here. Whatever works. I'm going to take Karmasana, turtle pose, and rest here. I'm going to show you the full Karmasana, and I don't, you know, it might be in the cards today or 10 years from now or whatever. So you're welcome to just kind of watch. I'll just take one arm back, and then I fold forward here. And eventually I want to be able to, maybe, but who cares, you know? If the full pose is holding your hands together, but so whatever it is, take 2 more breaths. Okay, and then sneak your way out if you're in turtle or just coming upright. You can just sit for a moment, cross-legged or whatever works, legs stretched out. Just feel your body, your own divine, sacred presence. Good. Okay. All right. So let's take a child's pose, and if you want to bring your blocks to the front of your mat, just for a few little things here, but otherwise we'll just start in child's pose and make it your version, whatever you need, you know. I'm saying in class a few times that if we can work on hips to heels, if you bring the head down and your hips lift right off your heels, then, you know, you're going to put something either underneath your head, but make the hips to heels thing the priority today. And then you can melt through the body till the head comes down. Maybe it needs one of the blocks you just brought forward. You can just put that underneath your head and breathe. Good. Okay, take a full breath in and sigh it out. Good. Okay, we're going to come up to hands and knees, and we'll put our blocks at the front of your mat. And if you don't have blocks, you know, you're fine without them. If you want to put something underneath your knees, we'll put that there. And then I'll bring the legs right together and step the right foot forward. And if your right foot doesn't come all the way forward, you just grab it and you just assist it. And then once we're here in this, you know, with the blocks lifting us, we can really lift the heart. I'm just going to move front to back. I'm just going to move this block so you can see. So I'm just adding the foot, taking the hips back, bringing the hips forward. Good. And so blocks at the highest height if you're using them. And the next time you come forward, we're going to stay here. Okay, I use the blocks. I'm pushing into the blocks, lifting the head. Maybe I'll take the belly back, the heart back. I'm going to take the arms and lift up. And as you lift up, you do move yourself back a little bit. Hips come over the back knee. Okay, bring your hands together at your heart. Pause here. Smile. Okay, now start to move your hips forward. Good. Okay, find that place, breathe. Anchor the right foot, smile. Good. Okay, before we leave it, right hand to the thigh, left arm in the air, crescent over to the right. Good. Okay, I'm just going to challenge you to lift that back knee up if it works. Woo! Maybe it doesn't work. I just wanted to challenge myself. See what happens. Okay, I'll put the knee down. And then take the hands to the blocks. Take both knees back. Okay, and then I'm just going to sit on the toes, take the hands to the thighs. But if this isn't good for you, you do whatever you need to do just to feel for 1 or 2 moments. Okay, and then come back. Yeah, so maybe hands to your blocks first, and then step your left foot forward, and then adjust, find your place, and just start to gently rock yourself front to back. And just feeling into these legs that we've kind of already woken up quite a bit. That doesn't mean they don't feel like this is a lot happening. Okay, the next time you come forward, stay there, press into the blocks, lift the heart, smile, breathe. Good. Okay, we're gonna come back upright. So I'm gonna take the arms, reach up. As I reach up, I come back. Okay, reach up, hands together at your heart, and pause here. And now we start to just shift forward. Just take the hips forward. The heart can even come back. Even as I come forward, maybe I start to lift the heart up. Breathe. Okay, left hand to left thigh, right arm in the air, crescent over. Okay, and then I'm going to try this crazy thing again. So lift the back knee. Woo! Okay, I hope nobody else felt this heart. And then put the knee down. Hands to the blocks. Sweep your legs back, tops of the feet to the floor. Sit back, and we'll just move it into a child's pose. So I'll just move my blocks out of the way. Just come in. Breathe. And okay. All right, walk your hands back and come up to sit. Good. Okay, we're going to take the bolster. If you have a bolster, and you're just going to put it down so that we can lie back over it. And we'll bring the legs into Baddha Konasana when we're there. So you might use blocks or blankets to support. And then you might want a blanket for your head. So let's do this. I'll take this blanket, and I'm going to actually make a roll for my head and my neck. And then I'll turn it so that I have the roll part at the back and the blanket part at the front, like the part that's not rolled. And that way I can roll it deeper or unroll it easily. Okay, so let's see if I need to adjust the view. Okay, so then we sit, you put your tush behind the bolster, you can move it away or bring it in. You'll lie back over this, bring in your head support, and then soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, and then you can use your blocks or rolled blankets underneath to support. Take the arms out to the side, if that works. Be wherever you need to be. This nice heart opening pose. Okay, I'm just going to rest here, a few breaths. Okay, now you're here. Hopefully, you're in it already. And just want you to follow the path of your breath. If you're in the space with your partner and they're close by, and you can hold hands, and then that's always kind of a sweet thing. So, oops. Okay, feel your breath. Really tune in to the flow of the inhale, flow of the exhale. Even breathing in and out through your nose. Let the jaw be relaxed, tongue relaxed. Beautiful. So staying as you are, just going to straighten the legs. They don't have to come near each other. They can still stay wide. And just feel, we started off with the legs lifted and the whole length of the back on the floor. I want you to feel here the entire length of your legs resting on the earth. And you don't have to do anything with the feet, just let them be. Notice how the breath, when you stretch the legs long, the breath will move more into the heart, that Hridaya space, your heart space. The jewel of the lotus is the translation of Hridaya, the jewel of the lotus flower. And that is the heart. Just feel your heart supported, protected, and held. That whole space around the jewel of the lotus. Even imagining not, the physical heart, but the jewel of the lotus flower, just emanating light right from the center of your chest. The color of the heart chakra is green, but I've also seen it described as pink. Let's take 2 more breaths. Okay, then we'll bend the knees, feet to the floor. I'm going to lift the hips like we did several times. I might bring the arms down. They might stay out to the side. You can take them over my head a little bit. The legs can be a nice, comfortable distance. Begin by just pressing into your bolster with your heart space, your belly, and then anchoring the feet. Lift the hips. They don't have to come up. They might go super high, but it doesn't have to be. It can be low. And then just start to swing this little hammock side to side. If you think of the hips holding the pelvic floor like the ends of the hammock. Good. Okay. And then shifting those hips over to the right. Set them down. Now walk your feet over to the right. So they could go, they might go a lot together, or it might just go a little bit. Turn your head to the left. Release your arms, comfortable place. And you can even let your knees drop a little bit to the right. They don't have to go down to the floor. They might. You might want to take them right to the floor. And so you play with what feels right for you, knees all the way or just a little bit shifted. Soften your jaw. Okay. Then lift the knees back up. Let's keep the feet where they are. Anchor the feet, lift your hips. Now keep the hips lifting, heel toe like you're doing a dance number. Your feet to center and over to the left. And then set your hips down. And turn your head to the right. Adjust your legs, adjust what you need. And start to drop the knees over to the right. To the left, sorry, a little bit or a lot. Might go all the way down to the floor. Breathe into your body. Soften. Good. Okay, bring the knees back up. Maybe you'll lift your hips from here, heel toe your feet back to center. And then I'm going to lower the tush down until just before it touches the floor, just before it touches. You can even take a hand and just kind of see. And then use the support of the bolster, the feet, to melt the glutes without touching the floor. Just feel every exhale, I can release my glutes. I can let them just hang. So the feet are supporting you. You already have the lift of the bolster supporting you. Soften your glutes, soften your glutes, soften your glutes, soften your glutes. And on your exhale now, let the glutes slowly come down. Let the tush touch the floor and just feel like little pillows until the bones come in. Just very slow. In. Okay, so we're going to come off the bolster to set up for Shavasana. If you love this and you want to stay, you can stay. Otherwise, just roll to your side, come off the bolster, and keep your eyes closed, everything nice and soft. I'm just going to turn my bolster to support the legs. I'll take this blanket off the bolster and put it down to support my head. Nice little roll. This time I'll have it opposite way. I'll have the flat, I'll roll it, and I'll have the open part away from my head and the roll closer to me. So my head can rest on the open blanket and my neck can rest on the roll. Okay, put on your warm stuff. Use your blankets. You know, when I say it, you've heard me say it before, and you know it from your experience, but when you go into Shavasana, the body temperature drops. We want to keep the body nice and warm. The head comfortable, neck comfortable and supported. And feel your heart stays resting on the floor. The jewel of your lotus flower. Good. Okay. Resting your awareness, your attention into your heart. The beating of the drum. The keeper of your dreams and the source of your inner wisdom. Just feeling into the jewel of the heart. Imagining it as a color, perhaps. Or just this chamber of space. Just feeling that the wisdom and the love of the heart can be expanded just through the gentle movement of your breath. You can spread and send this heart medicine throughout your entire being. You can bathe yourself with your own light, your own wisdom, your own energy. And as you feel yourself consciously or unconsciously inviting this light and this heat energy all the way into the tips of the fingers and the tips of the toes, the crown of the head, that there's so much of it, it can just overflow out from you to surround and hold your loved ones, to mingle with their heart-loving energy, and to send that out into your neighborhood, into your neighbors, into your community, that you can expand your loving energies and send them out. And in this way, in your Shavasana rest, in your mind, You are sending out healing, compassion. You are sending out kindness. Choosing to stay in your rest and melting in, or slowly making your way up to sitting. And take your time, let it be this, where you really fill yourself up and you feel this great act of love, just getting into your yoga practice, feeling your body. So continue that as you move into sitting. And once you do come upright, then we'll just rest here for a few breaths. And take that heart mudra of making the heart in your hands so that the thumbs touch and the nails of the fingers touch, and we can bring that in front of our heart. And then just holding that open space in front of your heart. Lengthen yourself tall and bow your chin to your own heart, your own energies, the loving kindness within you, and the loving kindness of whoever you share this space with. Feel that in. It's a yappy puppy. Good. Okay, we'll take a nice big breath. Bring this mudra up to your mouth and exhale through the mudra. Bring the hands together now in front of the heart. Keep your chin lifted. And we'll seal this with our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And we'll seal that with one Om, but I think we're going to say the word love today. So inhale. Bowing your chin. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. And take a full breath. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath, lift your chin, open your eyes. Great love, my friends. Offer that to yourself, to everyone. Send it out. Yes, make the heart. He wants to come to me. Okay? Yeah, he does. All right. Good. Well, thank you so much. I hope you feel good. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, friends. Yes, thank you.